Take a moment to reflect on a powerful concept, one that shapes the very essence of our lives, the idea of personal responsibility. Imagine, if you will, a world where every individual embraces the full extent of their actions, where the phrase "I can't" is replaced with "I will." This is not just a dream. It's a pathway to an extraordinary life, a life without excuses. In the journey of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads. The paths we choose, the decisions we make, they define us. But what often holds us back? It's those subtle yet pervasive excuses. It's too hard, I don't have enough time, or I'll do it tomorrow. These phrases might seem harmless, but they are the barriers that keep us from reaching our true potential. Now think about the last time you set a goal for yourself. Perhaps it was to improve your health, to learn a new skill, or to achieve a long-held dream. Did you reach that goal? If not, what stopped you? Was it circumstances, or was it something else? More often than not, it's not the external barriers that hold us back, but the internal ones, the excuses we tell ourselves. Consider the story of a young man with dreams of becoming a writer. He had talent and ideas, but every day he found a reason not to write. "I'm not good enough yet," he would say, "or I'll start when I have more time." Years passed, and the novel that lived in his heart remained unwritten. The young man didn't lack talent or time. He lacked the resolve to push past his excuses. This tale is all too common. It's a vivid reminder that our greatest adversary isn't the challenges we face, but the excuses we make. The truth is, life doesn't wait for the perfect moment. Time keeps moving, and opportunities slip away while we wait for conditions to be just right. Personal responsibility is about acknowledging this truth. It's about saying, "I am the architect of my life, the author of my story." It's realizing that every moment we have is a gift, and what we do with that gift is entirely up to us. When we stop making excuses, we start taking control. We begin to shape our destiny, mold our future, and unlock the immense potential that resides within us. As we embrace personal responsibility, we ignite a powerful transformation. We move from being passive observers of our lives to active participants. We stop blaming circumstances, other people, or fate for our lot in life. Instead, we start looking inward, asking ourselves, what can I do differently? How can I make this work? There will be obstacles, of course. Life is not a smooth sail, but a voyage with its storms and calm seas. But when we discard the cloak of excuses, we equip ourselves with the resilience and determination to navigate these challenges. We learn that the true measure of our character is not in the absence of difficulties, but in how we respond to them. As we embark on this exploration of no excuses, that the power of personal responsibility is not just a concept. It's a call to action. It's an invitation to step up, to face our fears, to challenge our limitations, and to create a life of purpose and passion. A life where excuses have no room, and every moment is an opportunity to grow, to contribute, and to excel, keeping in mind that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, a step taken with the conviction that no excuse is strong enough to stand in the way of our dreams and aspirations. Having embraced the idea of personal responsibility, now turn our gaze to a concept intimately linked with it, the nature of excuses and the comfort zone trap. This is a subtle yet powerful force that shapes much of our decision-making, often without us even realizing it. Consider for a moment the last time you felt an urge to step beyond your usual routines, to try something new or challenging. What stopped you? Was it a lack of resources, time, or was it something else? More often than not, it's our comfort zone that holds us back. It's that cozy, familiar space where everything is safe, predictable, and easy. But here's the catch. While the comfort zone promises safety, it often becomes a prison, restricting our growth and potential. The comfort zone is a master at manufacturing excuses. It whispers in our ears that we're not ready, that we might fail, or that what we have is good enough. It lulls us into a false sense of security, making us believe that staying put is better than risking failure. But let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of a great adventure or a remarkable achievement that came from playing it safe? Think about the great explorers of history, the pioneers who charted unknown territories. Did they stay within their comfort zones? Certainly not. They understood that to discover new oceans, one must lose sight of the shore. They knew that growth and discovery lie in the realm of the unknown, in the willingness to face the unfamiliar and the uncertain. This isn't just about grand adventures. It applies to everyday life as well. Whether it's changing careers, starting a business, or even learning a new skill, there's always that initial resistance, that voice of doubt saying, what if you fail? But what if you succeed? What if that one step outside your comfort zone is the start of something extraordinary? The key is to recognize excuses for what they are. The comfort zone's way of keeping us where we are. It's like an invisible barrier, a line we're afraid to cross. But every time we listen to an excuse, we reinforce that barrier, making it harder to break through the next time. It's a cycle that can keep us trapped in mediocrity. Breaking free from the comfort zone requires courage. It's about acknowledging the fear of the unknown, but choosing to move forward anyway. It's about realizing that every excuse is a stepping stone towards a smaller life, a life unfulfilled. When we start to challenge our excuses, we begin to see them for what they truly are. Not reasons, but barriers to our personal growth. Now, this doesn't mean that we should be reckless or ignore genuine risk. It's about finding a balance, being prudent yet adventurous, cautious yet daring. It's about understanding that while the comfort zone offers a sense of security, true fulfillment comes from growth and learning. Think of it this way. Oh, ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are built for. We too are not meant to stay docked in the safe harbor of the familiar. We are built for challenges, for learning, for growth. We are designed to navigate the vast oceans of life, to explore, to dream, and to discover. So how do we break free from the comfort zone trap? It starts with awareness. We need to be mindful of when we're making excuses and why. Why? We need to ask ourselves, is this a genuine concern, or is it just my fear of the unknown? From awareness comes the ability to challenge and change our patterns of thinking. It's also about small steps. You don't have to leap out of your comfort zone. You can start by stepping out. It's the small, consistent actions that build momentum and foster confidence. With each step, the unfamiliar becomes familiar, and the once daunting becomes manageable. Growth is a process, not an event. It's a journey of continuous learning where each step outside our comfort zone adds to our experience and wisdom. It's about embracing the journey with its ups and downs, its successes and failures. Keep in mind that the comfort zone, while comfortable, is the greatest enemy of growth. It's in the challenge, in the struggle, and in the overcoming of fears that we find our true strength. Let us not be content with where we are, but always strive for where we could be. In the words of a wise thinker, the only limits to the possibilities in your life tomorrow are the buts you use today. This be a call to action, an invitation to step out of the shadows of comfort and into the light of possibility. Not allow excuses to dictate the course of our lives. Instead, the unknown with open arms, for it is in the realm of uncertainty that our true potential is realized. Move forward with courage and conviction, knowing that on the other side of our excuses lies a life of infinite possibilities, a life where no excuses is not just a phrase, but a way of living. In our exploration of no excuses, having understood the comfort zone trap, we must now address a crucial aspect of this journey, the price we pay when we let excuses lead our lives. It's a cost not often measured in dollars and cents, but in something far more valuable, our dreams, opportunities, and the potential for a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Imagine for a moment a world where every excuse you've ever made has taken something from you. Every "I can't," "I don't have time," or "it's too difficult" has chipped away at your potential, carving out a hollow space where opportunity and growth could have resided. This is the price of excuses, a silent thief in our lives, stealing our chances for greatness, often without us even realizing it. Consider the story of a talented young woman with a passion for music. She dreamt of composing songs that would touch the hearts of millions. But whenever the opportunity came to share her music or to learn from others, she found an excuse. "I'm not ready yet," she would say. Or what if they don't like it? Years went by and her music, filled with potential, remained unheard. One day she realized that her dream had slipped away, not because of a lack of talent, but because of her excuses. This story is not unique. It's a narrative repeated in the lives of many who let their excuses overshadow their aspirations. The price they pay is not just in unfulfilled dreams, but also in the quiet regret that comes from knowing that it was within their power to create a different outcome. Regret, my friends, is the long-lasting companion of excuses. It's the realization that we had a chance to make something beautiful, something meaningful, but we chose the path of least resistance. We chose comfort over challenge, familiarity over novelty, and in doing so, we let the precious moments of our lives slip away. But it's not just about the big dreams or life-changing opportunities. It's about the small, everyday chances we miss to grow, to connect, to contribute, to be more than what we are. Every excuse is a missed opportunity to learn something new, to meet someone who could change our lives, or to experience a moment that could bring us joy. Now, take a moment to reflect on the excuses we've made. Think about the times you said no to something new, not because you couldn't do it, but because it was uncomfortable. What might you have lost in those moments? What friendships, learnings, adventures, and experiences did you forgo? But here's the good news. It's never too late to change. The past may be written, but the future is still in our hands. We have the power to decide that from this moment on. We will not let excuses dictate our lives. We have the ability to choose a different path, one where we embrace every opportunity with open arms, regardless of the fear or discomfort it might bring. Breaking free from the chains of excuses requires us to be honest with ourselves. We need to recognize when we're making excuses out of habit or fear. It requires us to ask ourselves, what's the worst that could happen? More often than not, the fear we feel is far greater than the actual risk involved. It's also about redefining our relationship with failure. Instead of seeing it as something to be avoided at all costs, we can view it as a stepping stone to success. Every great achiever in history has failed multiple times. But what sets them apart is their refusal to let those failures define them. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it. Embrace a life of no excuses. Understand that every excuse we make is a brick in the wall that separates us from our dreams. Choose to live a life where we pursue our passions, seize our opportunities, and live up to our full potential. This be a moment of commitment, a time when we say, no more excuses. It's time to take responsibility for our lives, to face our fears, and to step into the unknown. It's time to live a life where we make the most of every moment, where we say yes to opportunities, where we embrace the possibility of what could be, rather than being held back by the fear of what might go wrong. That the price of excuses is far too high. It's a cost measured in lost dreams, missed opportunities, and the haunting question of what if. As we leave behind the comfort zone and the excuses that come with it, step into a world of possibility, a world where we live fully, love deeply, and realize our true potential. Live a life where our no excuses is not just a philosophy, but a daily practice, a commitment to ourselves and to the extraordinary lives we are capable of living. Having recognized the high cost of excuses and the regrets they bring, we naturally come to the question, how do we cultivate a no excuses mindset? This journey is about more than just avoiding regret. It's about proactively shaping a life of purpose, action, and fulfillment. Cultivating a no excuses mindset begins with a fundamental shift in our thinking. It's like planting a garden. Just as a gardener prepares the soil, plants the seeds, and nurtures them to grow, we too must prepare our minds, plant the seeds of positive thoughts, and nurture them with discipline and action. First and foremost, we must become keenly aware of our thoughts and language. Our words reflect our mindset. When faced with a challenge, do we find ourselves saying, I can't do this? Or do we say, how can I do this? This shift from a mindset of limitation to one of possibility is the first step towards building a life without excuses. But awareness alone is not enough. We must also practice self-discipline. It's the backbone of a no excuses mindset. Self-discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. It's about rising early to exercise, even when the bed is comfortable. It's about working on that project, even when the TV beckons. It's about making choices every day that align with our goals and values, rather than succumbing to momentary comforts or fears. This discipline is not something you are born with. It's something you develop. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Start with small, manageable commitments. Stick to them and gradually increase the challenge. Over time, you'll find that discipline becomes not just something you do, but a part of who you are. Another key element in cultivating a no excuses mindset is accountability. Hold yourself accountable for your actions and decisions. When you set a goal, share it with someone you trust. Let them help you stay on track. When you make a commitment, write it down. Make it real. And when you stumble, and you will, for we all do, don't make excuses. Own your mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. Talk about resilience. Life, as we know, is unpredictable. There will be setbacks and failures. No excuses mindset is not about being impervious to these challenges. It's about, do you give up at the first sign of difficulty, or do you persevere? Remember, the path to any worthwhile goal is rarely straight. It's full of twists and turns. Resilience is about navigating these with determination and grit. Resilience also involves adaptability, the ability to adjust your approach when circumstances change. It's about being flexible, learning from experiences, and being open to new methods and ideas. It's about understanding that there are many paths to a goal and being willing to explore them. But perhaps the most important part of cultivating a no excuses mindset is belief. Belief in yourself and your capabilities. Believe that you are capable of more than you currently are. Believe that you have the strength. Believe that you are the master of your destiny. This belief is not a blind optimism, but a deep-seated confidence that comes from knowing you have prepared yourself, disciplined yourself, and committed to a path of growth and learning. That cultivating no excuses mindset is a daily practice. It's about making choices every day that reinforce this way of thinking. It's about being mindful of our thoughts and actions, practicing self-discipline, holding ourselves accountable, being resilient in the face of challenges, and above all, believing in ourselves. As we embrace the journey of a no excuses mindset, we naturally encounter the inevitable challenges. The path to any meaningful success is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with obstacles and setbacks. Yet it is these very challenges that test our resilience and adaptability, two cornerstones of true strength and growth. In facing challenges, resilience is our shield. It's the inner strength that allows us to recover from setbacks, to get back up when we've been knocked down. Think of it as the ability to bend in a storm but not break. This resilience is not just about enduring tough times. It's about emerging from them stronger. Resilience is built through experience. Every time we face a difficulty and choose to persevere, we build a little more resilience. It's like adding a brick to a fortress, strengthening our ability to withstand future storms. Remember, the most beautiful and intricate diamonds are created under intense pressure. Similarly, our character and strength are often forged in the furnace of adversity. But resilience on its own is not enough. We must also be adaptable. Adaptability is the art of adjusting to new conditions, of being flexible when things don't go as planned. It's about being like water, able to flow over, around, or through obstacles. In a world that is constantly changing, adaptability is not just a skill, it's a necessity. Adaptability means being open to new ideas and approaches. It's about letting go of the "this is how we've always done it" mindset and being willing to try new methods. It's about looking at challenges not as dead ends, but as opportunities to learn, grow, and innovate. Let me share a story. Once there was a small village that lay in the path of a great river. Every few years, the river would flood, bringing destruction. The villagers, resilient as they were, would rebuild each time. One year, a young woman in the village suggested building new homes on. Many were skeptical, but they decided to try. When the next flood came, their homes stayed dry. Their resilience had always helped them rebuild, but it was their adaptability that helped them overcome. This story illustrates a powerful truth that resilience keeps us in the game, but adaptability changes the game. It's about using the lessons from our setbacks to find new ways to move forward. It's about not just surviving, but thriving. To develop adaptability, we must cultivate a mindset of curiosity and learning. We must be willing to ask questions, to challenge our assumptions, and to continuously seek new knowledge and skills. It's about embracing change, not as a threat, but as a companion on our journey to growth and success. As we navigate life's challenges, that they are not barriers to our path, but they are not there to stop us, but to strengthen us, to teach us, and to help us grow. Each challenge we overcome is a step forward on our journey, a testament to our resilience and adaptability. Embrace challenges with open arms. View them as opportunities to test our resolve, to expand our capabilities, and to evolve into better, stronger versions of ourselves. Let's remember that in the heart of difficulty lies potential for the greatest growth. Having embraced the concepts of resilience and adaptability, we now arrive at a critical junction in our journey. The path to success paved with action and accountability. This path is not just about knowing what to do. It's about doing what we know. It's where the rubber meets the road, where dreams and plans are translated into tangible progress. Action is the bridge between our inner world of intentions and the outer world of achievements. It's the process of turning our coulds into and cans and our dreams into reality. Think of action as the fuel in the engine of success. Without it, the engine is silent and still, But with it, the journey begins and the possibilities become endless. But action, my friends, is not just about movement. It's about directed, purposeful movement. It's the difference between running in place and running towards a destination. Every action we take should be a step towards our goals, a piece of the puzzle that builds the picture of our desired future. Yet in this quest, it's easy to become lost or sidetracked. That's where accountability comes in. Accountability is our compass on this journey. It keeps us on track, ensures we're moving in the right direction, and helps us measure our progress. It's about taking responsibility for our actions and their outcomes, both good and bad. Let me share with you a simple truth. The most successful people are those who hold themselves accountable. They don't blame others or circumstances for their failures. Instead, they learn from their mistakes and use that knowledge to improve. They celebrate their successes, understanding that they are the result of hard work and dedication. To foster accountability, start by setting clear, achievable goals. Write them down. Share them with someone you trust. Then, take regular stock of your progress. Are you moving closer to your goals, or are you drifting away? Be honest with yourself. If you're off track, don't waste time in self-reprimand. Instead, adjust your course and move forward. Accountability is not just a personal endeavor. It's also about being accountable to those around us. Our actions or inactions have a ripple effect. They impact not just our lives, but the lives of those we interact with, our families, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. When we act with accountability, we build trust, foster respect, and create value, not just for ourselves, but for our communities. Talk about the synergy of action and accountability. When these two forces come together, they create an unstoppable momentum towards success. Action without accountability is like a ship sailing without a rudder, directionless. Accountability without action is like a map without a traveler, unused potential. But together, they chart a course towards achieving our highest aspiration. Action with enthusiasm and accountability with integrity. Understand that every step we take, every decision we make, brings us closer to or further from our goals. Let's commit to being the architects of our fate, the masters of our destiny. As our time together nears its end, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound journey we've embarked upon, a journey towards embracing a life of no excuses. This isn't just a fleeting moment of inspiration. It's the beginning of a transformative journey, a commitment to a way of living that elevates our existence to its highest potential. To live a life of no excuses is to awaken each day with a renewed sense of purpose. It's to recognize that every sunrise brings new opportunities. Each moment is ripe with possibility, and every choice we make shapes the tapestry of our lives. It's about seeing beyond the temporary comfort of excuses and stepping boldly into a realm where we take full ownership of our actions, our decisions, and ultimately our destinies. This commitment to a no excuses life is a commitment to relentless self-improvement. It's about being brutally honest with ourselves, acknowledging our flaws, and working tirelessly to transcend them. It's about forging a path marked by continuous learning, unwavering discipline, and an unyielding pursuit of excellence. Let us carry with us the essence of what we've learned. Let's infuse our every action with intention, our every decision with conviction, and our every day with the courage to defy the ordinary. Hold ourselves to a standard of greatness that tolerates no room. In closing, remember, the journey towards a life of no excuses is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's a perpetual process of growth, a relentless pursuit of personal excellence. As we part ways, let's step into our lives with the resolve to be the architects of our future. the authors of our own stories and the creators of our destiny. Live a life not defined by what we can't do, but inspired by what we will do. Let's live, truly live, a life of no excuses.